personnel members, IACP members located all throughout the Europe region. We have personnel from Germany, France, Poland, Romania, Belgium, Scotland, and the United Kingdom. I want to say, first of all, thank you to the President, Melanie Benware, for your support. Glenn Cook, the IACP Europe lead. Madison, admin, you guys are awesome. And Jason for getting this all together. So what the intention is today for our live video chat is I wanted to bring everybody from the European region on to see basically how COVID-19 has affected the canine industry here in Europe. A couple fun facts before we start. This will be kind of an open roundtable conversation between all the members representing their respective countries. Currently in Europe, many people don't know this, we have 44 countries with 4 territories with a total population of 750 million people. I say again, 750 million compared to North America with 579. So I'm pretty sure everybody has been tracking the COVID-19 stats and see that Europe and the USA are highly affected. So how I would like to start is I would definitely like to start with Charlotte and Nathan in the UK. Welcome, guys.
Hi.
All right. We also have Lucas from Poland. How you doing, Lucas?
Hi, guys. Doing fine. How are you?
All right. Awesome. So, guys, kind of what I want to do is tell the fellow members of the IACP how you are surviving this, as some people say, pandemic, this virus. It's had a major effect on the entire world. How are you and your businesses, canine businesses, surviving this? Or are you surviving? You know, many people have unfortunately had to lock some doors, lay some employees off. So, guys, floor is open. Charlotte, go ahead and start off. Let us know how the UK is affected. The floor is yours.
For us, it's been really difficult. Nathan and I, we run the business together. It's just the two of us. So it's just the two of us who rely on the income of our business. We mainly work with aggression cases. So we do a lot of board and trains, and we do a lot of one-to-one sessions. And at the moment, all of that has just had to stop because it's because we are in such close contact with people and with dogs. We've had to stop doing 99% of our work at the moment because it's too much of a risk with the spread of the virus.
Okay, and what about the government? I'm pretty sure the government has put some restrictions on you guys, and really, how is that those restrictions affecting you? Do you have a workaround, or talk to me about that, please?
Well, I mean, the restrictions are really tight, but they're all kind of a bit like the guidelines at the moment. It's not so much don't do this, but a lot of it is just we're being guided. So it's kind of a moral question of do we do it, and do we try and train, or actually are we in lockdown, or are we closed? You know, they say that you can't walk your dogs any more than 2 kilometers from your house, and only essential travel's allowed. You know, I went to go and get to the shops to go and get some dog food, and I got questioned by the police whether it was essential travel because I was also getting some food for our e-commerce.
So you went to the grocery store today to buy, or the pet store?
I went to a raw food company in about half an hour drive from us.
Yeah.
Okay.
And,
gotcha.
and down one of the main roads, they had a police car literally just asking people what they were out on the road because the road was really busy. I mean, it was normal, like nothing was going on.
So people in your region are even having issues buying dog food. One of your neighbors, Roddy Kirk, just jumped on from Scotland. Roddy, is that the same? Is that the same in your area? Basically, how is this affecting your business? You know, it's affecting Charlotte and Nathan very drastically. Yeah. What about across the street over in Scotland?
Yeah, so I'm kind of like a couple of floors up, if you like, rather than across the street.
Okay.
Still part of the UK, but Scotland's definitely far more open areas, so far more hills, etc. So we live under the same laws and rules and guidelines that's happening in England at the moment, but we have a lot more space where I am. So it comes down to more of using common sense. Exactly as Nathan said about, morally what is right to do, because the police are out, they are out around, but I certainly haven't had anybody or know of anybody that's been stalked or anything like that. But it's really trying to use a common sense approach. And that's what's really hard, because that's really then affects business. My business being affected probably about 90%.
Wow.
I do
Roddy, you're
sessions.
telling me 90% of your business right now is at a screeching halt due to this virus.
Yeah, what I've done is I'm typically a few months in advance to get I do one-to-one sessions. I do pack walks, which obviously Pat walks right now, and Pat walks and training, they're definitely on halt right now because of group gatherings, and then doing seminars, etc. as well. They are also, of course, on halt. But the one-to-one sessions is really, and I do conference calls or client calls, video calls. I do that as well. But clients really in the UK want to have that personal, hands-on approach. They don't necessarily look for video calls. It's not really a culture of where they would pay for something like that. They would want to come and have a one-to-one session with you, or that's certainly what I do, or a training class. So 90%, I would say, have moved, and I've moved them maybe a month, to the next month that's available.
Because you don't want to lose them as a client, so you got to keep engaged. You got to continue to reach out.
They also don't want to lose me as a trainer. They have emphasised that just because of morally and what we've been advised, is the UK has been really good overall, I would say, in our response to listening to our government. Respectful. Certainly Scotland, and I would say the UK in general, but certainly speaking for Scotland, in my own area, my own environment where I live, there's nobody out. There is nobody even out walking. There are not even children's in the gardens, where that's yards for you guys, but there's none of that. And everybody is just staying in lockdown. So it's more of the more morality to yourself, how morally right or wrong, because you'll have clients that say, no, I'm
I want to do it regardless. Exactly.
And I'm also happy to go. I want to help them, but at the same time, we're both saying, listen, is this kind of morally right to do right now?
What's the fines and what's the consequences if your business is caught operating against government regulation?
Yeah, so it comes down to the necessity. Is it necessary? Is your business necessary? Are you working right now? Are you traveling to see somebody? I don't have people come to my home. I go to individuals' homes in general, or to their location, whether it's their park or whatever. But I don't know the exact amount of fines. I know nobody also that has received a fine. I don't see that. But what I do know of is it's not necessarily needing, certainly in my area, to be enforced, but it's a tough one. It's a tough one on you morally and trying to do the right thing or not. But it's really affecting business, yeah.
So between Roddy and Charlotte, Nathan, you guys have lost 90% of your business. That is detrimental. Let's go through the Eastern Belt and let's go over to Lucas, man. Talk to me, brother. Talk to me about Poland, man. Is that the same type of effects you guys are feeling? How's that affecting you? Talk to us, brother.
Yes, it is. It is affecting all of us, not only in our business, obviously, but Poland and our government went a bit further already. So there are no guidelines anymore. We have only restrictions. So yesterday, when I had private session outside, just in open area, I felt like a thief. Anytime the police were passing by, I was really upset and stressed.
How many people did you have in that class yesterday that you were working on?
No, it was only individuals. I'm only doing private sessions right now. All group classes are postponed and socializations are postponed. I had 50 people coming to social classes each Sunday. Yeah. Now it's all gone. I love this activity, but it's all gone for now, and we're all missing it. But we have to wait for better times.
I think that's kind of where us here in Europe differ from the U.S. We don't make too much of our revenue off of board and trains and keeping the dogs. It's more of social classes, right? Saturday morning classes, and every now and again you get some one-on-one clients. Is that across the room? Is that pretty much how it is for you guys?
Well, for myself, I do 15, 20 sessions, individual sessions, which are a couple-hour sessions a week. Exceptionally busy with that. That is my my only income. I have a large family of children and little kids coming up. But
got a baby due any day now, any minute now, right?
Yeah, she's due. Yeah, I need
Hey,
to go.
hey guys,
She's due soon. Yeah.
Perspective of an IACP member, totally loyal to the cause. Wife's in labor basically, and he's on a mic. So hats off.
There you go. As long as she's not watching this, we're fine.
Yeah.
So
real quick, Ronnie,
the
what advice could you guys give the community that's watching and our fellow IACP members in Europe? You know, we're such a large group. How do we, and anybody, Lucas, you can answer this too, brother, Nathan, Charlotte, how do we, as dog trainers in the industry, as business owners, how do we survive?
I think, personally for me, it's exactly a case of survival. So for me right now, if a client is saying that they are willing to still do the session, and the one-to-one session, and I certainly I have no symptoms. I could be symptomatic, etc. But I have no symptoms. If they're happy to do the session, then I'm happy to go and see them. I will, and we'll use every precaution. We'll have a 2-meter distance away from each other, and we'll carry everything forward using a common sense approach. But for me, I will, and I'm not fearful of government or police stopping me or anything like that. And if they were, I would class it under necessary. The actual government itself isn't really providing any financial assistance whatsoever.
Is that across the board? Is that you too, Lucas? Is the government providing you any type of aid? I know in the U.S. there's a aid to everybody, but what about small aid? What about business-wise in Europe? Is the government paying 60%, 40%? How's that working?
I would say they're trying to show that they're doing something, but unfortunately, there are very few companies that can really take some advantage of this help. There are some rules for that, and they don't apply for me, for example. I'm not able to use any of that. So it's more like government's marketing to show that they are helping, but unfortunately it's not working. I can see a lot of frustration among not only dog trainers, but obviously in the market, in the economy, and amongst different companies. It doesn't look good at the moment. A lot of frustration is going on.
Yeah.
Businesses are locked down, and they have no way to survive sometimes.
Gotcha. I want to highlight a comment. Cotland, the comment you put is, hello all. Glad we have this important meeting. We need to stay united. And that's the type of support that the IACP offers, like-minded people with the same end state. And in a time like this, we must come together. And I know that the president, that Melanie and the board are very concerned. I know they reached out to Glenn, which reached out to me about Europe. So it's so awesome to have you guys on. What I would like to do now, I would like to move Roddy out. Let's bring in Belgium if we can, Jason. Let's move Roddy out. Bring in Belgium. Let's bring in Sarah. She's right up the street from me. Sarah, radio check. Can you hear me? You can hear me? Okay, one more radio check. I can't hear you. Let's try again. All right, we can't hear her. Jason, go ahead and move her back out. And let's go with Cotland. With that high-speed comment, that motivational comment.
Hello, guys.
Hey, man. How you doing?
Hi, Cotland.
Hey, guys. We got Cotland over here from another country in the Eastern Belt. We got him from Romania. Cotland, talk to us a little bit. How is this affecting the Romanian canine industry?
Look, I don't think the Romanians are so conscious about the future of.
Cotland, you're coming in broken. Can you try a little bit to talk better into the mic, please?
Yes. Do you hear me?
Perfect.
Good. So, I don't think the Romanians are so conscious about the future, But in dog training, I think the people are optimistic more than
Hey, Codlin, I'm gonna have to move you out, brother. You're having some technical difficulties.
Okay.
Hey, for the audience, here's another issue we run into here in Europe. They have cut our bandwidth because they're scared that the towers are going to crash. So that's another issue we're having, and I think that's why we're having some unfortunate technical issues. Cadillac, try again, brother. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Jason, if we can, go ahead and move them out. And go ahead and let's try Belgium again, please. Try Belgium. I'm gonna go to the feed here. Give me a second real quick. How you doing, Heather, Melanie, ma'am? Good to see you on. Hi, guys. Fred, Jacket, Mags. Thank you, everybody. Let's see some questions. Let's field some questions from the team on the other end. Great to see the IACP creating an international platform. We are the I in IACP, right? Us, Australia, Canada.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, awesome. That's a good comment. Hi, Valerie. How are you? And I see Heather Beck missing running my socials. Yeah. So are all of our clients. Yeah, let's talk about that. Heather, good point. Also, another teammate on the legislative committee. So, how are your guys as clients? Sarah, Belgium, talk to me. How are your clients reaching out to you, and basically, how are you staying engaged with your clients? Am I the only one team that's not hearing Sarah?
No.
No, we can't
hear. Yeah. Maybe it's muted, sorry.
Sarah, are you sure you're not muted? Look in the bottom left on your screen. There's a little mic. It might be muted. All right, while she's doing that, Lucas, how are you staying engaged with your clients, bro?
Oh yeah, I'm doing my best to stay in touch with my clients. They are also sort of missing our classes, so we have a Facebook group dedicated to my clients, and there is a lot of interaction there. People sending films, like showing what they do with their dogs, because walking the dog now in Poland is one of few activities you can do outside. Really, you can only go out with a member of family or with your dog. So at least that's good. I also propose my clients the proposition so they can. We interrupted some group classes, so they can now connect with me, and we are doing like private consultations. It's not group classes online. I'm not going into this, but anyone who wants to get in touch with me, they can in given hours. I'm giving this time to them just to reach me. Awesome. So that's the main thing I'm doing. I also wanted to share some ideas that we have in DogStation, because I'm also the co-owner of DogStation, which is a boarding center in Warsaw, one of the biggest.
I'm not sorry to cut you off, but for people watching, that's not typical European with boarding. So that's a pretty big deal. A lot of Europeans don't do boarding. Go ahead, Jason. Sorry, Lucas. Go ahead.
Yeah. So it's mainly it's not a board and train. I would say it's like we call it dog hotel here, right? So, but it's true. Most of dog trainers in Poland are like self-employed people doing one-on-ones and group classes, somewhere in parks and stuff. We don't own big facilities usually, and we do not employ people. So the problem, I would say, is a little bit. It's different, right? But still, everyone has to pay their bills, so we don't. Yeah. Normally, we don't have to lay off our stuff, but here in case of DogStation, because that's the bigger thing. We do have people employed, and we had to lay off most of our staff, unfortunately.
How many people did you lay off, Lucas?
I'm not sure of the number right now, because generally it's my partners are dealing with this from the business side of things. So it was about five people that were laid off, and a couple of them are staying with us, and we are doing everything to keep them. Also, those that are terminating their contracts by the end of April, we hope that the time will change, and we're doing everything to keep them. We renegotiated our what you call the rent, right? So we were negotiating the rent, and it should happen. We also reached out to our regular customers, and we are asking them to help us in the form of buying their packages, their daycare packages, up like for 2 months up front, right? So we are counting on this, that we will gather some money to cover our expenses right now, and then in May and June it will take off.
And that shows you, Lucas, the relationship that you have with your community, and that's part of the IACP. We got to get involved in the community, and it shows right there that you and your team are doing fantastic. Here's a fun fact: in Germany, if you lay off an employee, you must still pay them. Yeah, it's not an option. You must still pay them, regardless if you're making zero and your doors are locked. It is your responsibility to pay them. Is that the same in any other country that we have on here? No? Sarah, are you on radio check? Can't hear you, Sarah. Jason, can we pull out Sarah? Can you give me Anya from Germany? Kasia, can you hear me?
Hi, Kasia.
Hey,
and
Kasia from France.
Poland, not Germany. So yeah.
Yes, you're from France.
Kasia,
talk to us. How is it over there in France, where when you talk about just numbers, it's really hitting you guys? And I believe in some regions more than others. How is it affecting the canine industry?
Well, in France, it's we have a system that is very, very friendly towards workers. So many people do not really get laid off straight away. They get they have something that's called chômage partiel, which is partly unemployment. A lot of these people will be coming back to work after this whole thing is over. They are being paid something, but not 100% of it. And the rest
Who's responsible, Kasia? Who's responsible for that? The government or the owner of the business?
Both. The business part and the government, of course, it will be filling up what's missing for the salaries. So the workers are pretty well looked after here. So, and then again, the dog business here in France is a very, very different beast, because it's really mainly about canine clubs, and training one by one is a small part of the business. Many trainers have some other employment as well. So the situation is not as dramatic as maybe for people who actually have to live off it. And there are of course some bigger businesses, but they are not as numerous as maybe in the US or maybe even in UK. But they are. But if there are bigger businesses, then the people are put on this chômage partiel or on something RTT, which is like the system is relatively complicated. So it is kind of easier. I have an impression that it could be easier for people who are employed in the dog business industry here. Although again, all one-to-one trainings are postponed, and it's really probably would be a very difficult thing to prove to a policeman if he stops you that you have to actually really work with this dog because it's a matter of life and death. It's absolutely necessary. That would be very, very difficult.
We've seen some We've seen some videos from France how what happens if you're out and doing dog training or whatever. So
I was driving with my dogs to the vet actually, and I had doubts if that was actually important enough for me to drive there. They were sick, and I arrive at the roundabout, and I see a policeman with a gun, the machine gun at the roundabout. It is quite serious. I know that they stop people going on the paying stations when you're on a motorway. It's something called péage, when you have to pay a toll, basically, and they stop people and check papers, and it's very, very difficult.
Kasia, real quick. Sorry to cut you off. Hey, Charlotte and Nathan, give us some hope. Talk to us. What about the people that are watching the UK that just can't do it anymore? They got to lock their doors after 15, 20 years, that are hurting, that are sucking, that need some inspiration. How do we survive this? Tell me, talk to me.
I mean, what we're kind of working from a number of points to kind of keep incomes, and as Lucas said, we've got clients buying tickets almost and vouchers, and our clients have been amazing in that. Even just some clients just been donating money.
Oh wow!
Because they know that we're struggling. But in terms of keeping our clients interactive, we're trying to tick off the things that we should have done a few months ago when we were really busy. So we've got a YouTube account set up and we're posting videos, fun little things, a blog, just trying to keep people interactive. And I mean, it's sheltering just being inside.
Yeah, everything moves online. Yeah.
And if anybody in the UK is struggling, I'm pretty sure after this, if they reach out to you, you're totally okay with that, right?
100%. I think honestly, it's so important to remember that we're all suffering, whether we're dog trainers or whether we're teachers, whatever business you're in right now. Everybody is being hit by this, and it's so important just to work together and support each other. We're so lucky that our clients that we've been working with for a while, they're so supportive of us. They're so they want us to keep doing what we're doing, and so they're supporting us no matter what it takes. And we're doing exactly the same for them. If we can do video calls, we're doing them. If we can do videos on Facebook or on our YouTube, we're doing it because we want people to know that we are supporting each other. This is a really tough time for everybody, and we need to be supporting each other no matter what.
Yeah. You know, I tell you, in our system in Naples, we always talk about dogs with ignition. I tell you, you two young folks, you guys have ignition. And I see you guys going a very long way. Thank you so much. I'm going to move you guys out right now and probably bring you back in. Thank you, guys. Jason, with all the technical sound issues we have, I really don't know who we have on. Has Anya from Germany jumped on yet? I'd like to get Germany in here. If not, if you could, Jason, please just give me somebody that we haven't spoken to. Hello? Roddy, my man, what's up, brother? Okay, now we have, perfect. We have Scotland, we have Romania, and we have Deutschland, Germany. Anya, how are you? Anya, how are you doing?
I'm afraid she's not hearing us.
All right. Katlin, brother, what we talked about
yes,
with our UK family is the people in your area, the people in Romania that are struggling, the dog trainers, the industry, the business owners, give them some hope, man. Is there hope? Talk to me. Talk to me.
Believe me, I think it's a big hope here. You know, we used to be optimistic because what's starting will end, you know, like this pandemic. But we deal with it now, and we try to motivate our owners to stay focused and connected. My perspective, making them motivated, is that there is a time always for education, you know, of the dog, and they don't have to miss it because it's important to have education to a certain age. So not they should be, because of their love, of course, they should be motivated to find resources in themselves and financial resources to keep going with the dog's education, you know. And I try to tell them that if they do this now, online or face to face, they being instructed, they can continue no matter situation will escalate.
Gotcha. That's perfect. Kasia, in your region in France, a very, very, very hard hit area. Same question to you. How do we give hope to our fellow canine trainers, business owners in the industry? Talk to me. I can't hear you. No, nothing.
Can you hear me?
I got you perfect, loud and clear. Right
okay, good. Well, I think there is great opening for all that's happening online. I mean, a lot of our businesses are already online, but will be more and more going on. So the particularity of people of the business in France as well is that so far very little activity was happening online, and I think this will change this. I'm already seeing quite a lot of tutorials or lessons or groups being created, and everybody's going there and meeting as well in that sphere and exchanging, and groups are being created and people are keeping in touch within French dog business. But then again, it's fantastic that we have this IACP community and we are now chatting and we're exchanging, and this actually gets everybody out of this double isolation, really, because dog business is isolated. We are already working relatively in solitude, but and now with this physical isolation from everybody else, it's really tough. So people are getting online and staying in touch. And International Association of Canine Professionals European section is also getting quite active.
Bam.
Yeah, it's getting quite active. And I think, all those workshops that were cancelled can be online. There is a lot of podcasts and a lot of Leerburg is doing a series that can be watched for free. There are free versions of it. And many others, especially fantastic library on the internet site of Canine Professionals, all the educational stuff that is there for us to have a look and get our skills up and learn more while we waiting for this crisis to be over.
Awesome. Hey, we really do appreciate all your volunteer work and your amazing work on the board. And like you said, and before I forget, hey, Madison, you and your admin team out there have been fantastic. I will tell you, our goal here in Europe is to double the membership. So you're going to be having a lot of emails, phone calls from me, Kasia, Glenn, the whole nine. So awesome. Thank you guys so much. You're the lifeblood. We appreciate it, Madison.
Thanks.
Kasia, you're awesome. Thank you. I look very forward to meeting you face-to-face.
We'll work closely.
Yeah, I'm going to keep you on right now because your audio is straight and I don't want to lose that.
Good.
Roddy, the same question for you over in Scotland. How do we motivate our folks, man? Hey, make sure you're unmuted, Roddy. All right, Roddy, for some reason, I can't hear you, brother, but we're going to get that fixed and get you right back on.
I should be okay now. You should be able to hear me.
I got you, brother. Oh, yeah, I got you. There
That's
you
okay.
Go. Yeah.
We'll blame Jason. So the reality, the problem is that doesn't pay the bills, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're encouraged as dog trainers to put out a lot of free content. We're out there to build a brand and to build our name and to help people as best we can.
A lot of feedback, right?
Let me just see. Does this help? I'm just going to come out of this. Is that better?
100%.
Okay.
80%.
So the problem is there still needs to be food put on the table, because someone like myself, my business all comes from my money all comes from my business. I don't have another job. My job is this. And people don't want to pay right now. People do not want to pay. In general public do not want to pay to train their dogs in the UK. It's just not true. They don't want to pay to train their dogs because there's also so much good free content out there. And we're encouraged to do that. And, we've got YouTube channels and Instagram stories and Instagram accounts and even this TikTok thing. And, there's so much content out there. And so a lot of people are kind of, and Kasia was already talking about so many other wonderful areas that you can go and get free information. So people are then saying, well, what I'll do is this is what I'm finding in Scotland and in the UK, is what I will do is I will watch your videos. I will look online at all this great content, and that will keep me going until I see you in the coming months, because this is going to finish, it is going to end. and hopefully as soon as possible we're all going to move on, and we'll be back, and we'll be busy as ever. I truly believe that. I truly believe we'll be back as busy as ever, probably if not busier. And but in the meantime, people aren't willing in the UK to pay. It's not a priority to pay, certainly online anyway, to pay to train their dog. They certainly want more hands-on experience, more practical, which is what, and there's also only so much content that you can put out there, or even doing a video call. There's only so much that you can advise and talk to somebody about without actually being hands-on with their dog, because you're a lot of time, I'm dealing with, very easy cases from bringing up a puppy to, very dangerous, dog aggressive, human aggressive dogs. So a lot of them can't really, you can start the foundation work, and you can work on real foundation stuff with people, but you can only go so far. And the thing is, a lot of the foundation work is already out there. Or people have already came to my business, for example, because they've been following my social media or my YouTube channel or whatever for a long time. So it's hard when you have people that their priority, of course, is putting food on the table. So it is great that we can do this, but we've got to keep it real. We do have to keep it real, that for people that have their businesses, that the only business or only income is from their business of dog training. And, it's been significantly reduced to 10% of what it normally is. And so it's great that there's all that content, and it's great to build up our knowledge and to build up their knowledge, but that doesn't put food on the table. So it's trying to change mentalities to have them want to actually do something when they're at home with their dog as well. A lot of people don't.
Awesome. Hey, thank you very much, brother. I appreciate you, and your audio is clear. Everything's clear. Your message was clear. Thank you. We're going to move you out. Much luck. I'll see you soon. Anything, okay, let us know. I'm going to move you out. If we can bring, thanks, Ryan. Hey, good luck with the birth, brother.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Let's go ahead and bring Lucas back. And Sarah, are you up?
I hope you can hear me now.
Yes. Did you run to Walmart? Did you run to Walmart real quick and get a new headset?
No, I just changed the computer. I'm on another computer.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Sarah, talk to me. You're in Belgium. You're up the street. I'm very familiar with Belgium. I'm there all the time. How is this affecting Belgium and the surrounding areas?
Well, the government made a difference between non-essential businesses. So the essential businesses, they had to close.
I don't know. What's up, brother?
It took a long time. It's okay. It took a long time before they decided to financially support the non-essential businesses. So now everybody's closed. But luckily, we get help from the government. So
awesome. Can you explain a little bit more in detail what a business in Belgium that has to lock the doors, that is listed as non-essential? What type of help do you guys get?
Non-essential businesses will get 4,000 euros for 1 month.
Oh wow! Whoa, time out. You said 4,000 euros a month?
No, one time.
Okay.
Gotcha. Okay, one time, and then it's 160 euros every day if you're closed.
So 4,000 euro stipend for 1 month to help you, and then 100 and some euros per day after that.
Yes.
Okay, so the government is pumping a little bit of lifeblood into the small business community.
Yes.
At least to the fact to where you can keep your door open. How are you interacting with your clients during this time of separation?
I have a private Facebook group for my clients where I try to put a lot of content on. Mind games they can play with the dog, lockdown dog training videos. So I really try to keep them busy because now they have a lot of time and they ask a lot of questions about how they can make sure their dog has their physical and mental activities. So I try to help them with that.
Gotcha. And hope-wise, for your fellow canine business owners and trainers and boarders and breeders, give them some hope. Talk to us.
Yeah, I think we have to reinvent ourselves, and that we have to find new ways to get to our clients and to help each other and to to make sure people are busy with their dogs. So I think the advantage from all this is that people are home with their dogs. They have time to do stuff with them. They have time to go for a walk. So I think we can help them even if it's online.
Understand. Lucas, you have anything to add to that? Anything, from across the street, basically from Sarah? Anything to add to that?
Well, first of all, it's great to hear how Belgian government is supporting the companies. It's nice to see that there are countries where something is working like that. It's beautiful. So what I would say to support our community, first of all, we are a community, and we must pay attention to this as well, because we are here looking mostly at the business side of things, but also the mental side of things is important. And for me, for example, this meeting is a huge, oxytocin boost or serotonin boost. It works great, and we in Europe know that
Lucas,
we are.
You know what, man? Again, I'm sorry to cut you off.
No problem.
This is almost the reassurance that we need. Hey, the IACP cares about us.
Yeah.
The IACP leadership cares what's going on here in Europe. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's beautiful. And for example, in my country, I had this feeling that we are more competing with each other, but I believe this time will get us together more, and we'll be like co-competing, and building the business together. There are things we can do together as trainers, and we can support each other. We should think about it's maybe for the future more than for now, but one can also think about diversing the business, going into some other areas. For example, this is what's saving me now is the fact that I'm also distributing pet food from Germany. I cooperate with a great company called Natura Vital. They have perfect like food called Fresh Natural. It works great. And this is my safety net for now, because people are still buying pet food, so it's great. And I have other trainers cooperating with me, so they are distributing amongst their clients. So this is how we create the network, and we can together get something out of this, even though our businesses are almost lost.
And I think also, guys and gals, we see here, Valerie, she's my classmate. You are always so inspirational and positive, and people from the U.S. It's one team. They care. We're one team. I got a lot of feedback from somebody. Make sure you mute your mic when you're done. Kasia, anything to add?
It's very hard for me because for some technical reasons I do not hear what you guys are saying. So I'm kind of speaking basically with you and everybody else who's there.
Can you hear me, Kasia?
Think
can you hear me?
I can hear you very well. Yes,
Perfect.
I can hear you very well. I heard Sarah very well, but Łukasz and Roddy I couldn't at all. So from my point of view, again, I am a type of person who sees the glass half full. So it's very, very hard for everybody. But I'm thinking that it's also a great opportunity for us, again, to do those things that normally we would not be having time to do. Like, again, getting personal connections, getting in touch with everybody around the world, but also Europe. We can chat online. I have made great, friends. We spoke with Sarah recently. I spoke with Sarah recently, and I met you. And we are doing this. We seeing each other. We exchanging. Maybe from this time we will, in the next few months, we will be seeing each other in person.
Yes,
and traveling
100%.
to each other places. Exchanging more experiences and knowledge, and having other workshops if we can move. If we can't, then we will go on our site. We will talk to each other through other medium, and things will be different. Certain that one thing is absolutely certain: things will change after this crisis is over. Business will not be the same. We will be doing much more stuff virtually.
Better, yes.
But different. I don't know if better, but certainly different, because people's habits will have changed. They will have discovered other things. I really do encourage people to use this time to get a bit more creative and learn new stuff. some physical workshops were cancelled, and it's really, really pity. Financial for those who were organizing, and for those who couldn't attend, it's a great loss. But there is a lot of free stuff online. Let's use the time and get our experience and our knowledge up through this medium. And then, also reach out and exchange by messenger, by phone calls, and then after this, we will have new friends. We will have made new friends.
Yeah.
There will be things happening in Europe, because we are working really, really hard on getting Europeans together. We really miss you guys from the UK, so please come on board, because there's a lot is happening. There will be new announcements made by Anya on the Facebook page, European Canine Professionals. And let's share all those free resources there on that group page. If you guys hear about somebody who has something interesting to say online, go and post it there, because everybody else can enjoy it, can profit from this. Don't be shy. Ask either Anya or directly post it there. It will be very, very useful for everybody. And this way, again, we will get in touch. Okay,
awesome.
So that's my message, basically.
Awesome. Thank you. So motivational, uplifting, and we really appreciate everything you guys do on the board and your time today. We'll be in touch. Thank you so very much. Awesome to see you. Stay safe. And we're going to
stay safe, everybody.
Thank you. We're going to talk to Anya and Katlin, if possible. All right. So while we wait for them to go on, let's field some of these questions. Valerie, again, Belgium, I see you watching. Erno in Belgium, how you doing, brother? Hope you and your family are safe and the business is thriving. All right, so I'm going to speak a little bit on Germany's part, since we can't get Anya on for some reason. In Germany, it's kind of like Belgium. The non-essential businesses are shut down. We're kind of in a shelter-in-place state. Anya, can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Let's go ahead and give the mic to you with a little feedback. If you could try to fix that while you're talking. And talk to me a little bit how Germany is doing with the canine industry and the business, reference COVID-19 and the regulations the government has enforced. All right, Anya, I can't hear you. Jason, let's move Anya out and put her out. All right, thank you. So, as I was saying, it's kind of like Belgium, Sarah. The government does help some small businesses that are shut down, but if small businesses are shut down and the employees are laid off, it is our responsibility to go ahead and pay the employees. Dog trainers are not essential personnel. As of a few weeks ago, initially we were, but now we are not. So, of course, it has a major effect on business. And what we do now is we're a little bit bigger. We have U.S. locations and all around, so thankfully we're okay. But what we do is we do more interactions. We do a little bit more live seminars. We do a little bit more. We use Be Live, what the IACP is using. So we attempt to keep our clients engaged. Colin, what's up, brother? We try to keep our clients engaged because, in the end state, not just us canine trainers, everybody is going through this, and people like to. We're human. Everybody here is human, and we like to see that people care. No matter how tough you are, it's always good to have a shoulder to lean on. As cliche as that sounds. Colin, any closing comments, brother, from your side?
Yes, I will not agree. That is not essential, this kind of job. You know why? Because the dogs, if are not educated, they will have disorders in behavior. Okay?
Yes, sir.
So behavioral problems. These behavioral problems make the psychological state of mind of the owners to be affected. So to keep balance, to do not get crazy, to do not get rid of the dog's life, they should be normal, and they should be motivated to keep in touch with the trainers and to keep the dogs balanced. So in this case, the dog's life will be saved. The owner's state of mind in this time of crisis will be at the a good level to continue, to continue to live, to continue to believe, to continue to take care of their own dogs. It's simple. It's essential. Our job is essential.
Hey, Catalin, after this, man, give me a call. We can use your help in some key leadership positions, man. You got that fire. I like it, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah. Anybody else that has some closing comments for the group? We got about 9 minutes, and let's use this effectively. Sarah, nothing in Belgium.
Yeah, I think we can help each other as professionals by reaching out, telling each other's ideas, how to put out some content, how to reach out to people. Like Catalin said, I think it's really important that we stay, that people can still reach us. So to be online, to post videos, to speak with clients, and to help them. So I hope and I think everybody will do the same.
It's important to keep them motivated, but with arguments. Having strong arguments for they keep going with the education, and to pay attention, to really pay attention to a dog trainer is the most essential thing. Keeping them motivated and to think that spending money for this, so our businesses will keep be alive. It's good because only if we motivate them right, they will think that it's important to spend money on us.
Awesome. Is it possible the countries who consider dog training non-essential to apply to change definition essential? Yes. Valerie, awesome question. Catalin, you see that question? That refers to you. How can you explain real quick in about 2 minutes how you went to the government and said, wait, I'm essential, after they deemed you non-essential and they gave you the approval to be essential during this time?
It's important to keep us essential, but it's a matter of how we talk with the people, how we talk with the authorities.
How did you become essential?
Because I have a psychological approach with the owners and with the dogs. They know that if they don't spend time and money on educating their dogs, they could be in trouble. If they are in trouble with the dogs, their love, their affection will be affected.
Correct.
They don't afford that.
And that's what you took to your government, and your government said we agree and let you continue. Correct?
Yeah.
Awesome.
That's correct.
Okay. Hey, thank everybody. A big shout out to everybody watching. I'm going to wrap it up here in about 5 minutes. Jason, can you, or we can leave them up, whatever you recommend, Jason. You just put me on. I got about 5 minutes to close up. I want to thank everybody for taking the time out of your busy schedule in this very time of need to support us here in Europe. Since I have been on the legislative committee, and since I've been working with Glenn and Melanie and the whole nine, we really do appreciate all your support. And one thing I can tell you is within the time to come, the years to come, you're going to see a united front here in Europe, and we continue to need your support. And if anybody needs anything from our end, please let us know. We're here 24/7. We really are. Jason, you did amazing. People don't understand what you do behind Rick. I see you. Thank you very much, Rick. Thank you, Rick Alto, legislative chair. Thank you. I'm sorry, legislator Overwatch. Jason spent 12 hours. He literally was talking to me at 2 a.m. to get this. So, Jason, we truly appreciate it. So, for you people out there, what can you do for the IACP? A lot of people ask, what can the IACP do for me? But we need strong people on boards, on committees. We need people to unite together and get this thing off of the ground. Maybe this COVID-19 happened for a reason. Who knows? Please reach out to your leadership in the IACP. volunteer. It doesn't take much at all. We need watchdogs for legislation, the whole nine. So anything you need, please feel free to PM me, PM anyone on the leadership. We will definitely take care of you. And in closing, I would not be here if it wouldn't be for my Napopo family, Hall of Fame member Bart Bellin, his wife Michael Bellin. Thank you so very much. Guys, be kind to each other, take care of each other, stay safe, and let's punch this virus in the mouth. This is IACP Europe, out.